Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we're back yet again with another Alliance War, War number 9 of Season 8. So NY is facing off against Sensu, otherwise known as Kenob. They were the Alliance in the first place of the season. So this was definitely going to be really tough, really important war. And despite the fact that I keep saying everybody that I still suck with Ghost, my Alliance kind of forced me to bring in Ghost to deal with the Havoc on node 29, so I was absolutely freaking out that entire day. I mean, I was just so kind of excited and stressed about it. But anyways, first we need to get to that Havoc. So the first fight we're heading in, we're going to be using Quake against Juggernaut. Juggernaut we have seen plenty of times there in the past. So first things first, just need to bait out at level 1. And I think here you can see that I'm already slightly more stressed than normal, because the beginning of this fight kind of like seemed dead awkward. He didn't want to throw the level 1. When he did, he hit me with it, and it was just like awkward. Anyhow, but now the level 1 is out, we can start playing properly with Quake. So we're where we want to be, in corner, charging our aftershock charges, concussing the Juggernaut, and he's gonna go down like really shortly. There's not gonna be much left. And yeah, so Jugs goes down. Nothing big about this fight, because it really is just like a warm-up fight, especially when you're using Quake. So I'm gonna be heading further, and yeah, I was just switching in between recordings and stuff. So we're heading further in, and we're gonna be using Quake for node 16 again. Just gonna make sure she's fully topped off. And yeah, so we healed up a bit, checking our boosts. Boosts are fine. Since this is such an important war, I felt better using Indestructible 3 boost, just to be extra safe this time around. Although I am comfortable with this fight, still, just wanted to be safe. And yeah, as predicted, it turned out to be Blade. So we have done Blade in a few previous videos here with Quake as well. We are not too worried about the fight. Hopefully everything goes fine. And Blade is still a really good placement around here. I keep saying that in every single video, but I do genuinely think that Blade is a tricky defender to face off in 16. Also, Blade is that one champion everybody has a rank 5. Well, not everybody, but a lot of players. So, and Blade is also a good defender. So if your Alliance is not placing a rank 5 Blade on defense, they definitely should. There are several nodes where he can still get some kills. But anyways, yeah, we're just doing our Quake thing, fully dexing everything out, because we can't really parry on this node, because it is kinetic reactor node, so he would gain power and eventually get to level 1, and also that would let him shrug off our stuns quicker. So it's just best to keep any kind of power away from Blade in this scenario. But yeah, so the fight is over, and we did not need the Indestructible 3 boost. However, we were still happy that we got it. And so in this war, there is an alliance mate of mine just kind of like giving me energy, because I started it quite late. And then I'm quickly changing masteries. I'm adding the suicides on, regardless of who I'm going to be using, whether it's going to be Quake from this point forward or Ghost. Both of those champions benefit highly of suicides, and node 16 had a heal block on it, and that's the reason why we didn't switch them on before. But now, so our suicides are on. I just checked that my Indestructible 3 boost is still active. One thing I did forget is activate the tech boosts for when we're going to be using Ghost, in order not to waste time later, because I was bound to be using Ghost on 29 versus Havoc anyways. But yeah, anyways, we took our time, activated the boost, it's not a big deal. And now we're heading in the next fight. The next fight is node 23, and on this node, it's basically kind of a preparation node for 29. It's a Masochism and energy resistance node. So we're off against Void, and you can clearly see I'm not all too confident playing Ghost, but anyways, we're gonna do our best. So just kind of need to make sure our hit combo counted to get to purify off those debuffs from Void. So here we push him to level 2, we can await that, we have our own level 2 locked and ready. We'll launch it, and we shot it too late, and so we kind of messed up, and I don't think that's the last time I do it in this war. I don't know, there is something about Ghost that still kind of trips me off, but I'm determined to get better with her. But anyway, second level 2, we shoot that one off fine, and that's finishing off the Void, and there is no big issue over there. So now we're gonna be heading off to fight Havoc. I'm just kind of checking all my boosts are in place. And this war was so close, it was neck and neck the entire thing. It's as close of a war as we have gotten in a really long time. So for this fight we're going to be using special start 1 boost, just to make sure we can get to that level 2 quicker and then hopefully cycle them one after another. And here we just kind of decide to play safe again, we block the whole thing there. So he does his heavy, and that's the way I feel kind of safer to play with Ghost on these nodes, just kind of baiting heavy instead of doing the phase intercept. And here we bait the heavy again, and we go for our first level 2, and it deals a fair amount of damage, but not as much as we would have wanted to. I probably should have added more in recoil or something. Well, anyway, so we have our second heavy second level 2 locked and loaded. We shoot that one off, and we're going to be a tiny bit short. At this point also the Havoc detonates off his charges, so we lose a chunk of health, but that's fine, not a big deal there. We just need to make sure we shoot one more level 2 off, and we do that here. Havoc goes down, even though we play Ghost like a total beginner. We still didn't die. Ghost got the job done, and yeah, we're perfectly satisfied and happy with that. And here, because I had special start 1 boost act 2, my mindset was I'm just gonna go in with the Ghost. That node isn't that high of a health regardless of who that is. I'm gonna quickly get to my level 2 and the fight's gonna be over. So as you can see, I'm kind of like rushing in with Ghost to make sure I can get that special start 1 bar, and we're seeing Mordo, and I'm like, well, okay, that's gonna be fine, not a big deal. It's not the worst thing we could see there, but at the same time, here we mess up, we hit a combo, and again, we miss-shoot our level 2. That is the second time we do this war. And, well, obviously, aside from my questionable Ghost skills, this war had also a lot of pressure associated to it. And here we almost let Mordot get to level 3. We got lucky. He stopped just before 3 power bars. And so, from this point in the fight, I'm essentially sure that we're not going to be shooting out any more specials, and to make it worse, Mordo has maxed out Mystic Dispersion and he gets to that level 3. At this point I'm like already really worried, because at level 3 hit I knew that it looked like a rank 5 Mordo because he was tankier than I expected him to be, and so I was like, okay, so this is getting a bit hairy. It's like, we beat Havoc, we beat Void, and we beat Blade. Let us not die to a Mordo, for crying out loud. But then I kind of like put myself together. Mordo started working with me. He was very happy to throw those level 1s constantly. So from this point it kind of seemed that the fight is back in control because of all the level 1s he willingly threw. It doesn't matter that we do not have any power. We didn't need any special attacks to finish it off, and I was so relieved when this fight was over. But we had scouted out yet another interesting fight for us. And as we all know, this is a bleed node, stun immune breakthrough node. And we had scouted this to be the thing. So didn't really had like a perfect answer for it. But anyway, so we decided to put on our regeneration boost and head in with Quake. And it seems kind of a risky thing to do, but in all honesty, especially after rewatching this fight, it makes complete sense, because okay, you bleed at the beginning, but it's not that big of a deal, so you're gonna lose some health. But you still have more than enough left to work with. And Quake is just such an absolutely perfect counter to Thing if you're comfortable fully dexing and playing stun immune opponents with Quake. So as you can see, the fight is in like 40 seconds and the Thing is already down. Almost down, I mean. But yeah, and we still have well above half of our health bar left and the bleed's nearly over. So yeah, Quake turns out to be a good Thing counter even on bleed nodes. But anyway, so this fight's down. At this point I'm already like super relieved about the war. And we had like a slight lead. War was not over by any means, but we were winning at this point. We just kind of needed to make sure we finish off everything as neat and as well as we can. So I got sent to this Gladiator Hulk mini boss, and I just went in with Quake. I didn't heal up because I had the 3-minute regeneration boost going on for me. I didn't change the masteries for this or anything, and I pretty much knew I had this fight in the bag after those Quake fights. I was kind of slightly on the kind of like, what's the best way to put it? I was super stressed about this war for majority of it, but at this point I already started to relax a bit, because I was like, yeah, I had finished my path, we didn't die, we just need to get this guy down, and I'm not afraid of no Gulk. I am gonna mess up a couple of times in this fight, and I think he's gonna tag me with like 3 hits or something, but I don't care. Like, my path is over. I don't care about how much health I have left. So here we eat the first hit, but at that point he was already like nearly halfway down there, and we're gonna eat like another hit or 2. But yeah, at this point I wasn't like too stressed or worried, because we had finished our path. We didn't need much health, and yeah, we just needed to get this guy down, and he was going down steadily enough. But man, this last week of Alliance Wars just got me so pumped up and so excited. I'm definitely happy we faced off J11, which are currently I think in the 3rd. We placed off against Wa, and we placed off against Kenobi. And well, only thing I can say, Kabam's new matchmaking is definitely making it interesting, and I do not mind at all. I love facing close wars, tough defenses. It's what makes the war interesting. Anyway, so Quake gets the Gladiator Hulk down here. Essentially, we completely ignored all Gladiator Hulk's abilities because Quake doesn't hit him, so he can't smash attack us. And there was a champion boss. Champion boss was taken out by somebody with Symbiote Supreme. And yeah, with that, the war is over and we won it. So we are 9-0 for the season. We died 4 times in total. Some are sillier deaths, some are just plain stupid, and some are kind of like unavoidable. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely enjoyed the war. It definitely got my heart racing. And yeah, that's it for this time. I hopefully gonna see you guys back for next wars. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends, Alliance, and anybody who you think might enjoy these kind of videos. Anyways, that's enough of me, and see you later, guys.